So happy to be in this room with two wonderful friends. How are you, Maddie?
I was going to say two. I mean, Drew just has to be here.
Well, we'll talk about that in just a minute. So,
Is
how
that
you
good
doing?
or bad? Good, good.
Good. You look good. You have on a beautiful blue shirt.
Everybody loves the blue shirt.
Blue's your color. Brings out those eyes.
It brings out the eyes.
I can't tell if they're blue or green from here, though.
Well, that's the question.
Oh, it depends on what you wear.
Depends on what I wear. Yes, yes. If I wear blue, they look blue. If I wear green, they look green.
Actually, that's a really nice, versatile thing you have inside your head.
Yeah, I have
That in your brain.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, that's a stretch there, Carol.
It's not a stretch
But-
at all. Good morning, Drew. What's with you?
I'm just enjoying the bantering back and forth.
We are banters. I have to tell you, I was thinking about you last night because
Wait, hold on. Last night, Carol.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Ken. I was thinking about Drew last night because yesterday morning when I left, Ken looked out the window and said, I don't think I've ever seen fog like there is in Prescott this year. What the heck is going on?
Well, we have this upper river flow of air that is pulling moisture out of the Gulf. And of course, that moisture's hitting the nice warm air and, the cold air. And there's your fog.
Oh,
But, it's real interesting. We're going to have some real fun here in a little bit. Okay, just so you know, we're looking at snow at 6,500 right now. Okay, 30% chance of rain at this point, and that's just going to be in this afternoon. For tonight, it's going to be mostly cloudy. Chance of rain, thunder showers, snow showers, thunderstorms, and snow level will be about 6,500. Light winds, and then again, you're looking at 30-mile-an-hour winds. So that's what we have in store. And then after that, it's nice.
I was going to say, no
Thursday,
golf.
we got about a 10% chance of snow showers. And then Friday, sunny.
Oh, I
And the
love that
weekend.
word. I love that word,
Yeah.
especially with a U.
Yes.
Okay. No golf, probably this weekend. Actually, I have to
why
just.
not? It's
Too
going
cold.
to be nice.
Too cold for me.
Go to the valley.
I'd have to go to the valley, and I'm not going to do that. So, what's it? So this weekend, what's the high going to be?
You're going to be in the mid-40s.
Mid-40s, yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
this far out, I'd like to say it's going to be warmer, but I'd rather tell you in mid-40s and give myself a little bit of room there.
and be
but-
surprised. Okay. So
Well, we need all this.
I know.
I mean, we just need it.
I know. I don't mean to be a bad citizen of the world, but sometimes I just am a sun lover. I'm not a winter chick.
I completely understand.
Oh, well,
Oh, winter chick. Is that the technical term?
I think so.
I thought it was snow bunny.
Well, I don't
That's
even.
where I was going.
I
just so you know.
I don't want to go that far. Let's just start with the other.
All right.
Okay, so
Ooh,
Taco Tuesday. Todd
Yeah.
need to hear about
I
it.
was going to say, I need to talk about it too. So, Drew first.
Drew,
We did not do a Taco Tuesday this week.
so are you doing a whatever
Wow.
Wednesday?
No. Everybody's kind of recouping from the holidays and that kind of stuff, and they just said no.
yeah.
So, but next week we're back on track.
I was
Okay.
going to say watching calories for a week after the first. I can appreciate that one. How about you, Matt?
Well, Cal was talking about it on his show,
Uh-huh.
but I finally made it over to Whiskeys, Doc, Barbecue, and Whiskey. I always say it backwards. Doc's, Barbecue, and Whiskey.
Doc's Barbecue and Whiskey. Well,
And I
so-
saw friend of the show. He's been on several times.
Absolutely.
Damien. Talked with him a little bit, but yeah, I had we got appetizers, we got a meal, and we got dessert. Service was excellent. Drinks were excellent. It's nice having all the barbecue sauce and everything at your table. You don't have to get up.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, that's really cool. That's a plus. A big
Did you
old
have
plus.
a Texas Twinkie?
no, we got the peach cobbler and banana pudding.
The banana pudding's off the chart there.
Yeah, it was very good.
If you like banana pudding, very good banana.
I actually do like banana pudding. So I just have to ask, is that your voice on the ad?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my God, it is so good.
Well, thank you. I've Cal heard it for the first time this morning. He said, he goes, that sounds like Drew. And then he comes to me and goes, did you do this? And I said, yeah. So
Well, kudos, because that was an excellent, excellent ad.
I had to go back to the 80s to get my Texas accent back. But
I don't think it ever leaves you. Once you have it, at least that's what I'm told.
Well,
Once you have it, you have
yeah,
it.
well, there's certain words that I still use, you know?
Which ones are that? I have two. What are yours?
I like using fixin'.
Fixin'. Oh,
I like fixin'. It's just sometimes like, what are you doing? Like, especially if you're cooking,
yeah.
what are you doing?
What are you
I'm
fixing?
fixing.
Yeah. My daddy used to say, I'm going down to the corner store. Corner store. On the corner.
Right, the corner store, yeah.
My two words are pie and oil. Those are those are just my two words. I can't wrap my tongue around anything else.
As soon as you said that, I thought of not pecan pie.
A pecan pie.
It's pecan pie, right?
Absolutely one of my favorites. One of my favorites.
Yeah. Matt, what about you? You pecan lover?
Not really. No.
See, he
You're not?
My dad likes them.
I've never met anybody who's not a pecan
They're
lover.
fine, but it's not like my go-to pie.
Well, let me back up a minute. What's your favorite nut?
Drew.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, that was I set that one up like everything. All right. Okay.
I don't know. Pistachios are good. Brazil nuts are delicious. Peanuts are
that's
good.
my least favorite, Brazil nuts.
Oh no, I love those things.
Oh, well, I'll pick them all out and save them
Please.
for you. My favorite is macadamia nut. How about you, Drew?
I like them all, but I'm a cashew guy.
Oh, well, cashews are my second favorite. But I guess it's the pie part. You don't like that gummy, gooey, sugary stuff.
It's just weird to me to have a pie made out of nuts. I'm used to, my mom's chocolate pie.
Oh,
That's the good stuff.
Oh, meringue or whipped cream?
No, she does Dream Whip,
Oh.
which I never knew what Dream Whip was. We talked about it this year over Christmas. So
Is Dream Whip like Cool Whip?
yeah, kind of. You make it out of a box.
Oh, my. Don't share that secret with
It's
anybody.
Whip.
Oh, my gosh. Ma Henshaw would die.
Well, it is what it is. My dad usually is the one that makes it, actually.
I know. I have to tell you, though, one of the things I also forgot yesterday was to give you a shout out to you for that fabulous, fabulous photograph of New Year's Eve at the boot drop.
Oh, well, thanks.
The one with Leza on the stage, and it's raining, but you can't tell if it's rain or confetti. How'd you do that?
Just with my phone.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's not. It's not the tool. It's how you use it. I always tell people that. Oh God, I set up Carol so bad right there, didn't I, Drew?
I've heard that before.
Oh
so,
no.
Anyway, I think you did a wonderful job with that tool of a camera to take that picture. It is exquisite. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And I sent it to Lisa just, to say, hey, see, it was really raining, and then next thing I know, she put it on Facebook, and it's everywhere now. So.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the chances of Kelly Tolbert hearing us and coming in this studio?
I can just go get her if you would like.
I would absolutely.
Or do you want to take a break and I'll go get her?
Well, okay. Let's do
Because we're
that.
about there.
We'll take a break and get Kelly. So we'll be right back. Good morning again. It's Carol Chamberlain in for the lovely Leza LaChapelle Dandos, who is on assignment, a cold and wintry assignment. We're on the news 103.5 KYCA.
And I text her every day after the show and say, "Where's my baby?" And so far, no updates yet.
Well, and
No grandbaby yet.
no grandbaby yet. But I did see a picture of Delaney,
Mm-hmm.
very large for a very small girl.
You know you're not supposed to say that, Carol. You
She-
don't call pregnant ladies large.
Well, you know the size of her. She's about the size of a minute. So right
A
now
minute?
she's about a minute and 2 seconds.
Oh, all right.
It's just so good to see. It's so good to see. Anyway, we are happy to have Kelly Tolbert in with us today. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you, Carol. It's such a pleasure to be here. I like to say it's the highlight of my week, so
Oh,
thank you.
Well, the highlight of our week, too, because look at that beautiful red hair.
oh, thank you.
It is beautiful. So you just got back from a cruise.
We did.
Where?
We did the Mexican Riviera with stops in Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas, and Mazatlan.
Oh, that's cool. Did you go to Chichen Itza?
We did not.
That was one of the stops. I took that Western Caribbean cruise 100 years ago, and Chichen Itza was interesting.
It's an effort to get there, I've been told.
An effort to get there with chickens on a bus.
yeah. You have to reframe your mind about vacation when you do something like that.
Chickens on a bus. Let me say. Anyway, we need to get right to it because there's a lot going on for a sort of slow week after the holidays, don't you think?
Such a good point. So we were able to. I was a little concerned coming into it, but I was like immediately relieved to find a great representation of our community yet again.
Actually, that is so wonderful. We do live in a great community with a lot of things to do. So why don't you start telling us, Kelly?
Absolutely. So at our little Prescott Public Library tonight is their Star Talks, and they have these out in the parks sometimes. But I guess for our winter weather, they're doing it at the library, and it's called Guidance from Night Sky, and it's at 6 p.m. And hopefully our clouds will. If they're doing some peeking outside, the clouds will cooperate. Yeah.
Actually, I was just, as you were saying that, I was thinking about Drew's report. So we'll keep our fingers
Kind
crossed
of
for him.
dismal, yeah.
Because that's a really neat thing.
I think so.
Since we're a dark sky community and we care a lot about that, it's a good thing to see people noticing.
I think so too. So get out there and join the talk at 6 p.m. tonight. And then Thursday at the Hazeltine Theater kicks off, I guess it's BUG.
Oh,
Because they have a space in between each letter. A play by Tracy Letts. I guess we could call it Bug.
Bug instead of Big who's no longer here. Bug
Yes. And it's a psychological drama horror show about shared isolation, desperation, and paranoia. And I thought that would fit Matt's MO just perfectly.
That does. Is this the one that Simon Barb is directing?
Yes.
Oh,
His debut.
I heard about this on Leza's show the other day.
Yeah, Barry and Simon talked all about it on Friday. Yep.
It should be really good, so people should get out and see that.
Absolutely. And there's a couple of chances out there. So just look for more information online
And where do they get their? Do you know where they get their tickets? Just go online to.
to the Hazeltine dot something.
Yeah, it's the-hazeltine.com, I believe.
Very good.
Thank you, Matt.
Okay.
And then Friday, I think this is so important. At the Courthouse Plaza, they're lighting it up blue to honor our local Heroes Night. And this is to honor all first responders and all those important people doing the hard work in our community.
Actually, that is so neat, especially considering how it's been so colorful.
Yes.
For the last month. So now we get to see all blue, Matt, just for you.
Yep.
Which
and first responders.
is amazing because I think they did not light. I think they left no trees unlit this year.
It was beautiful.
Amazing job done at the courthouse.
Absolutely beautiful.
And that's at 5:30 on Friday. And then the Finley Toyota Center is having the Toughest Monster, which is a monster truck event. So bring your earplugs, 7:30 Friday and 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay, I just have to know. Have you ever been to a monster truck event?
I attended one kind of voluntarily at the state fair one year.
Oh, did you really? I've never seen one. I've just seen on TV.
And you're from Texas? How have you never seen one? I figured you would have owned one.
Well, no, I did not own one. Nor did I barrel race at a rodeo, which I'm really sorry about. I don't mind missing the monster truck, but I'm sorry I didn't barrel race.
I
Anyway,
think you could probably still do that, Carol.
are you kidding?
I think you could. It's never too late.
I think it's probably too late. First, you have to be able to get on the horse.
That's true.
Okay.
A girl from Texas can do that, though.
No, that's true. So, toughest monster, Finley Toyota. I did not mean to minimize them. So.
2 performances to catch that, and Sunday at the Prescott Library is their coffee house concert with Mike Greenleaf. He is a singer-songwriter, has been for about 50 years. 2 p.m. at the library. Lots of other stuff going on too. You can find out online.
Oh, that is really very cool. Our library is really a community center spot, is it
It is
not?
amazing. They're doing so much for the kids in the winter, and they really fill a big void for us.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Anything else you need to say?
I think that wraps it up.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Kelly
You're
Tolbert, for
so
coming in
welcome.
to see us. Welcome back from that lovely cruise.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again next week.
I look forward to it.
I
Have a
do
great week.
too. Thank you. We're going to take another short break. Be right back after this. Hey, it's Carol Chamberlain in for the lovely Leza LaChapelle Dandos on the news 103.5 KYCA. And our lovely guest this morning is Jillian Haley, the president and owner of Haley Construction. Welcome.
Good morning and Happy New Year.
Happy
Thank you
New
for
Year.
having me.
Well, thank you for being here. Did you have good holidays?
I did. It was wonderful.
Were you out of the office?
Yeah. I mean, my office is probably still wondering where I am.
Actually, they were very helpful to me yesterday.
Oh, good.
letting me know that you were in fact back. So, what's it like in your household at Christmas? How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids. Cooper is 6 and Addison is 8. And
Good ages for Santa.
yes, although we do, we do Santa for sure. But I do 1 or 2 presents from Santa, and then they know things come from Mom. Because you know what? I'm the one that is up until 3 o'clock in the morning trying to find batteries for whatever noise-making toy machine my
my
kids asked for, and so I am not going to give all the credit to Santa. No, just kidding.
Actually, that's very well put. I can only imagine not only having to wrap, but having to load.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty tough.
I learned my lesson that you want to have batteries available on Christmas morning, but also open the present and put the batteries in because. But we didn't do a huge amount of presents this year. We did kind of the one or two that my daughter really wanted, and then the one big one for my son, and his big present, if you will, was he wanted a gaming setup. So I got a cool old antique desk out of the shop that I had, and an old monitor that I had, and I took his Nintendo Switch and hooked everything up, and I bought like a $25 headphones and a cool office chair. So I mean,
how good
and we
is that? That's an innovation for
so
you.
He really got like his own space. I think it was more about his own space because I am also not really wanting to put him in front of a full gaming setup at 6 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
go outside.
Right.
And it's probably going to last longer because you did it appropriately instead of buying something, from Amazon or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, that's really good. Well, congratulations. And it's not innovation, it's renovation. That's really very cool. So I want to take us back from where you are now to where you started. So you grew up in Prescott, did you not?
I did. I was born and raised in Prescott. My dad and my uncle, they were actually born in Phoenix, but I think my dad was 5 or 7 when they came here. So 1960 is when they came here, and then I was born and raised here, and at 18 I was itching to go.
Oh, don't I understand that? Small towns make you want to go out, and then something compels you to come back. It's really sort of amazing to me that phenomenon happened to me as well. Not to my hometown, but to another small town. So, went to Prescott High.
Mm-hmm. I did.
What'd you do in high school? Did you play basketball? Did you play sports?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
My dad would say that I ditched a lot of school, which honestly is true. But I had a straight A's, I was great on paper, but yeah, I got myself into. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you had a hobby. I mean, that's great.
I did. I usually would go over to like Sedona or the like Bullpen or hiking or something. So that was maybe not the best hobby,
Well,
but I did great. I was on yearbook. I was on student council.
See, I just love that because there's an impish side to you that I can see where it came from.
Oh, goodness.
That's pretty good. So straight A's on paper and having a good time when you didn't have to study because you didn't have to study much probably. Okay, so you said at 18 you wanted to boogie. Where did you go?
Well, I did go to. I actually started at U of A in Tucson, and then the following year I did a national exchange program. So not an international, but a national exchange program, and that led to. So I went to New York. Actually had a. This is so weird to say now. I had a modeling contract in New York also.
Oh, actually, I can see that. I can see that.
I don't recommend it. I'm just going to say that.
But what I can imagine because it seems to me that it would be very restrictive because you have to be so thin.
Yes.
And all that stuff. That's a really interesting story. I want to stop in New York because we have to take a break, and we'll be back with Jillian Haley right after this. Welcome back. It's Carol Chamberlain in for Leza live on the news 103.5 KYCA, visiting with Jillian Haley of Haley Construction. So we're in New York on an exchange program where you decided you did not want to be a model.
Well, I was also in school. I was also through U of A, and I was going to Hunter College up on, where is Hunter College? 78th Street?
Oh, who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was by the park. It was by Central Park. It
oh,
was fabulous.
that sounds
wonderful.
very good. And I love Central Park and I love Times Square. But back to what you were studying what at the time?
Well, my declared major was international relations,
Uh-huh.
which I did get a degree in and history. And yeah, I was on the 5-year plan plus.
Hello, Daddy.
Yeah. My dad was like, just graduate.
I can
He's
imagine.
like, I don't care what you do. But yeah, because then after New York, so I was in New York for a little while. And then when I came back from New York, I had found a way to travel and go all sorts of places while still going, quote, in state. And
hence the 5-year plan.
yes. So then I went to Boston, and I was going to UMass Boston on another exchange program, which was fabulous and wonderful. I mean, both cities are amazing. And then after that, I went to Costa Rica for a while, and then I think my dad was like, "You need to graduate.
I can imagine
You need
his
to
saying
get into."
that.
Oh no, that I went. So I went back to when I came home from Boston. I transferred to NAU, which is where I graduated from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that brought you back to northern Arizona,
Yep.
where I'm sure your daddy said you belonged. But
He was like, "You belong anywhere with a completed degree."
so you have a degree. Is that when you decided you wanted to be a part of your family company, or was that later?
No, I did not see that coming. I thought I was going to go to law school. So I wanted to go to law school, but I also was just kind of lost. And so I applied for every program I could find. I actually had a big fight with my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, I'm leaving. And it was the best thing I ever did.
I guess that happens, does it not? That
I mean,
happens.
it sounds silly to say, but so I applied for a program, a international business certificate program in London through the Mountbatten Institute,
Oh,
and that was through the Mountbatten Institute and also through Cambridge, and they set you up in London, and so I, to my surprise, got accepted
well,
and flew back to New York for the interview. Didn't tell my parents, and then like a month or so before I was leaving, it was the 4th of July, and my aunt was in town, and she knew, and she said, "So when do you leave for London?" And my dad was sitting there,
Boom.
and I was like, "So Dad,
oh,
I'm moving to London." He
hello.
was like, "Really, you are? When?" And I said, "Next month. But don't worry, I have somewhere to live."
Have somewhere to live. How long were you in London?
I was in the program was a year, and then in the way I do, I extended that out and
Uh-huh.
traveled and
Okay.
did all sorts of stuff. And then when I finished that program, I was an intern. It's an internship, but you're really working. And I was working with a law firm in London because I wanted to see if I wanted to go to law school. And they put me in the accounting department, so that didn't work out real well. I didn't do anything legal, but that was great because later in life, the experience that I got
Absolutely.
for the accounting has been incredibly valuable. So after that, I traveled around for a while, and then they actually offered me a job in the New York office.
Oh.
in HR, which again was not what I wanted to do, but I also was still not ready to come home.
And look at the experience you got, because accounting, HR, you're beginning to build a capacity for ownership.
Not knowing that, I still
Exactly.
didn't know that.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Because I actually saw something that early on you wanted to be a human rights attorney and save the world. Now, I find that
Oh my gosh,
that
where
would-
is that?
that would surprised me a lot. But you decided against law school at some time, and I believe you got a master's in real estate development.
Yes.
So somehow or another, all of this came together, and you decided when that you wanted to go into the business.
Well, it's funny. I still didn't. So I was home for Christmas, and my dad said, my dad is so good. He put the little bug in my ear, kind of knowing that I was at the law firm, but I really wasn't going in the legal direction. I
Mhm.
mean, at that point, I was watching law students. I was recruiting law students, and it was fun because I got to, take them to games and dinners and all that kind of stuff was fun. But then he kind of put this bug in my ear. Oh, there's this master's program at ASU you might be interested in, because I always was very interested in design and architecture and that kind of thing. And I was getting older in, my 20s, and I also was realizing that it was really cold in New York.
And so fast. It's just a
Yes.
fast pace in New York.
And I loved living in the city. I did. I had a wonderful time. But so I applied for the master's program, honestly not thinking I would get in. And then I did. And
You look good on paper. You've told us that.
And so I thought, well, let's do this. And my intention was to go back to New York, and I had set up I wouldn't really call it an internship, but an internship to work with the developers of the World Trade Center.
Oh.
And I got my master's in real estate development. I graduated in 2009. And as we know, the biggest crash in real estate happened in 2008.
2008.
So
We all remember that date.
yes. In fact, I remember I was standing on the corner in New York City when, was it Lehman that went out first? And it was Lehman Brothers.
I think so, yeah.
And it was every person you walked by was like, Lehman went down today. And then a year later, I was like, oh, I'll get my master's in real estate development. I'm sure I'll be very employable. Turns out I was not. And
Those were hard times, and it took a while to get past that. But you had a very fortunate end because your family had a business.
yes, and I am very fortunate. Yeah.
So your family business, Haley Construction, Haley, what's the full name of your company? Haley Construction?
Haley Construction Company,
Okay, gotcha.
but I'm Haley Construction. Yeah.
Excellent. So that started with your grandfather, I believe. Is that right? Tell us the
did.
story about how Haley Construction got its start.
Actually, both my grandparents, and that's one thing that I think is really amazing is that when my grandparents started, so my grandfather, they were living in Phoenix. He was working for another construction company, and I don't know exactly how it happened that, excuse me, he went to Globe, the mayor of Globe. He was working for the other company, and the mayor of Globe really liked him. And he said, why don't you come here and start your own company and help me build houses, because there's nowhere for the mine workers to live.
Oh,
So that's how my grandfather got started.
what an opportunity was presented. That is absolutely great. And your grandmother was right along there. What was your grandmother's name?
Francis.
Francis, and your granddad?
Jim or CJ, so it's
Okay.
Charles James.
Charles James
He went by Jim. So
and Francis.
yeah.
So it was their company started in Globe in 1950.
1955.
55.
So my grandfather wrote the history of the company, and he writes, I went up there with a borrowed $1,000 in an old Ford truck, and so began Haley Construction. So that's where the old Ford truck comes from. with
Actually,
Haley
I
Construction.
think that is absolutely
So-
wonderful. So your dad started the construction business in Globe, and where does it go from there?
Well, my grandparents,
I meant grandparents. I'm sorry.
and they were 50-50 owners, which is really, I think, kind of a remarkable thing in 1955.
It very much is a remarkable thing. So
So-
Francis was an integral part
Oh.
of Haley Construction.
Very much.
Okay.
Yes, very much. And then from there, by 1960, they came to Prescott, and they actually started, I guess, a housing development. There's a lot of houses in that mid-century look.
Whereabouts?
The west side of town, so Thumb Butte area.
Okay.
So Thumb Butte, Rocky Dells area, that was called Country Park Estates. And
Okay.
that was originally a dairy. So from about the turn to Hacienda to the base of Thumb Butte, that was originally a dairy. My grandfather bought that property and then developed that and put his office on the property, and their house is actually on Rocky Dells Drive, one of two houses that they didn't build because it
that's
was
funny.
the home that was there.
That's funny.
So, and that's where I live now. So,
Okay, so that mid-century modern area of town is thanks to Haley Construction, and you all were home builders, starting out as home builders.
yes.
Okay, we're going to take a break right now. We'll be back to hear about the rest of Haley Construction. Welcome back. It's Carol Chamberlain in for Leza Live on the News 103.5 KYCA, talking with Jillian Haley. So we're coming back now. You are about to get into the business at some point. What advice did your dad give you about real estate and coming to work in it during these hard times of the 2009, 10, 11s? Is that when you started?
Yeah, that's when 2009 is when I started, and my stepbrother Alan was already working for the company, and I don't know that getting into it that I knew I was going to stay.
Okay.
but eventually we kind of went in that direction. And so my dad and my uncle were still very much part of the business, running the business. And the Elks Theater project, the restoration of that was really the first project that I I really got into. He's my stepbrother, but I call him my brother,
Yeah.
Alan.
Uh-huh.
That was his main project. He was project managing. My uncle, my dad, everybody was involved in it.
Sure.
But he really, really just did amazing things on that. And that's when he and I really, we didn't grow up together. Our parents weren't married growing up. That's when we really got to know each other. And it turned out that he was just, I mean, it was so fun.
That's a really
yes.
great way to start a partnership in a business if you have a good time doing it.
Well,
And
we
you're
didn't even know we
close.
liked each other until then. And then
Actually, that's a good way to
yes.
find out.
And so eventually, but also projects were, we were looking for work,
Sure.
and he and I decided to go after. Well, we knew we were going to go after some work with Yavapai College, who we still work with. Not that we've worked continuously, but we have for many years worked with them, and that was just he and I just started developing that relationship. But in order to compete with the other companies, some of them were pretty big out of town companies, we had to restructure the company. So when I talk about advice my dad gave us, my dad didn't necessarily give us a lot of advice. He just gave us enough rope not to hang ourselves.
I love that. I actually
Um,
love that.
But he and my uncle did that. They gave us, they were taking a chance in the middle of this huge recession. We said,
Exactly.
we want to hire 4 new people and open a second office. And they were like, I'm sorry, did you know we're in a recession?
Oh, yeah.
But
That took some convincing.
it definitely took some convincing. But they said, put together a business plan. Give us a business plan.
Oh, smart advice.
And so that's what we did. And with their guidance, we all as a company moved forward. And that was sort of the first step in the newer growth of Haley Construction. And that is what really opened the door to us understanding that, Alan and I got along really well, and wanting to be more a part of the business and stay here. And so that led to the partnership between Alan and I. Really not too long after, about 2010, 2011, we started planning the transition between my dad and my uncle to Alan and I becoming partners. I think a lot of people weren't really aware of that, but it was really a carefully planned transition over a 3 to 5 year period.
Wow, that's
Um,
good.
And I think that was really important because we started talking about it, I would say, in around 2011. We purchased the company in 2014. And it really wasn't until about 2017, 18, 19, something like that, that people were like, oh, you guys own the company?
Well,
But that was fine.
it was fine because it's a tradition. It is
Yes.
a community tradition that's long established. So they started out building houses, and then they became restoration with Elks Theater, the company.
Yeah, well, they had done they became, so my grandfather also did commercial projects,
Okay.
and then home development, but he really wanted to move into the custom homes.
Gotcha.
And then my dad he came into the company in 72. My uncle, I think, came in 75, 77, something like that. And by that point, they really were moving into the high, custom home market versus the
Miners' homes that had been
Yeah.
started. So that's
but
quite
they,
the progression.
Yeah, and they were also doing commercial. And then one of the major milestones in their part of, well, they had the company, was
I see a block here.
Bob Bean and Fred York.
Oh, gotcha.
He built their dealership, and that really
Oh.
launched him into the next level of commercial.
Absolutely.
And that I would say would be early 2000s. And then this move in 2010, 11, moving into working with Yavapai College and going after
Right.
some of the work where we were really competing with big companies out of the valley or Vegas or
Oh,
that sort
wow.
of thing. So we had to structure our company to accommodate that. And that's really where Alan and I grew. And then in 2024, Alan wanted to pull back a little bit. He has lots of things that he wants to do. And I wanted to expand. And so at that point, we decided I bought the company from him.
I tell you that. What year was that? Tell me again.
2024.
Oh, so you're brand new as complete owner. Brand new, a year and that. Going on 2 years.
Yeah. But I would say that, I feel like I'm talking a lot about myself. The team of people that were there the whole time,
Absolutely.
and then the team of people that have come in since then are there who helped us structure, the company to build us to where we are, and then to structure the transition between Alan and I. And that, again, is a transition that we weren't talking about, but we planned over a 2.5, 3 year period. So it wasn't just, I think people went, what? She's going to buy the company? We had talked about it for a while. And that's something that I think, well, it may not have been a piece of advice necessarily that my dad or my uncle gave me. They gave us lots of advice, but they demonstrated how to have continuity in a transition and build the machine so that we could build the company.
That's absolutely great. Actually, when I looked up about Haley Construction, the thing I saw is that you are residential, commercial, and historic rehabilitation, which is just all encompassing when you think about it. You've done a tremendous job, your family, starting with your grandfather and grandmother to your uncle and father to you and your brother, and now just you. That's really impressive. I really have a question. We only have a couple of minutes left, and there are just some things that I want to know how one does. So you have a design style because in the beginning you were very involved in just the design aspect of Haley, were you not?
I don't know. I did end up leaving Haley for a little while and going to interior design school,
Okay,
but
gotcha.
that was actually in 2016 and 17.
Okay.
And I was lost for a little bit and didn't know my place. And I really think Alan was the one carrying that with my uncle. And then when my uncle left, he and I, along with other team members, sort of found our way.
Gotcha. What does your house look like? Tell me what your house is like.
Oh, wow. So I live in a mid-century ranch house, basically.
Oh, gosh.
And when I moved in, I had to gut the entire thing, and I took all the ceilings out. And I have an amazing team of people, and my brother, and Jeff Falls, and my dad, who helped and encouraged me. But I have it's eclectic, I would say.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Mackenzie Childs. That's very much my style. I love to find the newest treasure at a thrift store or that sort of thing. So
I tell you, I have so many more things that I would like to ask you because one of the things that I think would be very difficult is if you have your own design style and then somebody comes in and asks you to do something for you that's totally outside that. I know that you can think that way, and I probably couldn't. So kudos to you. You've had a fabulous and fantastic life.
thank you.
And
I'm very fortunate.
you are very fortunate, and the community is really fortunate to have Haley Construction. So let me say thank you to Jillian Haley And we will see you back tomorrow on Leza Live.